Did, did Coach Prime and the Buffs really try to get the Saudis to invest into their NIL over there at Colorado football? Let's talk about it in this article that has come out by Sports Illustrated after the bumper. This is interesting. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe to the notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, this Colorado football always seems to set the internet on fire. This time, they do it once again by a headline and a story that was published by an affiliate of Sports Illustrated about Colorado trying to, a staffer or a former staffer now on Colorado, trying to sway the Saudis into donating, into investing into Colorado football NIL. Let's go over to the SI.com article written by Jeff Hauser and Jason Jones. It says Colorado sought NIL funding from Saudi Arabia's PIF in an unprecedented move. Deion Sanders and the Buffs tried to create a partnership ahead of its first season back in the Big 12. Let's continue reading. Let me go scroll down a little bit. It says Deion Sanders and his Buffalo staff have been at the forefront of innovative business ideas during his tenure with Colorado. As it turns out, NIL funding is no different. After resigning as CU special teams coordinator on August 1st, Trevor Riley went on record about trying to pull funding for the school's 5430 NIL collective. He expressed to Sports Illustrated that there were no bad feelings between him and the program, but rather he was at odds with a few people in Colorado's administration. Riley said he spent time in the Middle East this past holiday season. So I'm assuming Christmas, New Year's, around that time period, lobbying Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, PIF, for name, image, and likeness, NIL, funding on behalf of CU football. A copy of what Riley said was in his resignation letter to CU athletic director Rick George, and Sanders was reviewed by Sports Illustrated. The quote, the arrangement was that because I did all the NIL work at Jackson and got us through, you guys would pay me a modest salary and make me the special teams coordinator, which should have freed up time for me to handle NIL activities, Riley wrote. You paid me $90,000 a year and let me handle special teams. I did all of this work in your name and was told to pursue it. I burned through all my contacts in the Mormon community, which is worth about $3 trillion. Now I can't get these people to answer my calls because I just found out today that none of my endeavors will happen. I even went to Saudi Arabia and got a meeting with the Saudis who were interested in pursuing business. I have email receipts to prove it, and you guys let it fall flat on its face. So what Trevor Riley is saying, essentially he resigned because he's doing any and everything he can to provide NIL funding for Colorado. In exchange, they give him a salary, $90,000, and give him the special teams coordinator job. I don't think he ever really was, it doesn't sound like he was ever really doing anything as far as coaching wise. His sole purpose was to go out and get NIL funding. And it sounds like he's a Mormon, and whatever he was doing pissed off his Mormon community, and they told him to kick rocks. And a part of getting that NIL funding was him taking a trip over to Saudi Arabia and talking to their PIF, their Public Investment Fund, and in getting the conversations going. The Saudis, they're into everything. They have live golf. They have the boxing stuff where Terrence Crawford and a bunch of these other guys are fighting under his excellency. So they're into investing in sports. They want to get in the NFL. They want to get in the NBA. They have Emirates, which is a part of the NBA that's on some of the NBA courts. Like, so this made sense to them. They could be attached to Deion Sanders in Colorado football, one of the hottest names in college sports. So hell yeah, I'm sure they was interested. But it looks like Colorado was like, it's going a step too far. That's going a step too far. And dude, Mr. Riley was like, to hell with y'all. Yeah, I'm doing all this work to get all this stuff figured out, and y'all not rocking with me, right? Like y'all not making it happen. I'm doing my part. Y'all not doing y'all part. So of course, the internet gets let me put my statement out first. I don't see nothing wrong with the Saudis investing in Colorado football. Saudis got plenty of money. and they like to spend it. Like I said, Terrence Crawford took their money. Live Golf, all the golfers are taking their money, whether it's Phil Mickelson or a bunch of these other guys. I can't think of all these dudes' names, but they're getting hundreds of millions of dollars from the Saudis. So why can't Prime in Colorado football do it? It may be because you want to turn your nose up at it. No, it's smart. It's a smart idea. And it sounds like they were willing to do ball. It's just Colorado seemed to have gotten cold feet, and that's why this young man resigned. Now, of course, the internet doesn't take anything serious. So they get a whiff that CU is going after some of that Saudi money. You know, they made a song a long time ago, "We Getting Arab Money," and they had fun with it. Like, this is one of the images. Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, this was pretty funny. Bin Laden and the Colorado drip is crazy. Like, that is just insane. But it didn't stop there. It did not stop there. Let me see what else it was like. This was one from a Reddit account, Reddit College Football. I mean, this was pretty funny. I mean, like, I mean, they the internet, of course, they don't take anything seriously. They have a lot of fun with a lot of this stuff. I think this one may be the funniest one. Let me go ahead and share my screen on this one. This one's pretty crazy too. I mean, hey man, you know, the internet is gonna do what the internet does. And that was pretty funny. Now, one thing to point out, I want to be very clear on this so there's no misconception on this stance. Now, Trevor Riley, he did say that he acted on his own pursuing this Arab money or pursuing the money from the Saudis. It says Trevor Riley, the former assistant, said he acted on his own accord in the pursuit of NIL funds. He resigned from the job earlier this year. So he's saying he acted on his own. What I will tell you is that he was doing any and everything to try to advance in the coaching realm. If I can go out and secure NIL funds for the players here at Colorado, then that will make players more than likely to choose us over Florida State, over Georgia, Alabama, etc. if we're able to throw a boatload of money at them. And who are some of the people with a boatload of money to spend on Colorado players? It's the Saudis, because the Saudis have a boatload of money just to continue to etch their name in sports, to continue to carve out a lane for themselves in sports. And like I said, if it's good enough for the golfers, whether it's Phil Mickelson, Bryson DeChambeau, some of these other golfers that are getting literally hundreds of $millions from the Saudis, if it's good enough for Terrence Crawford and all of these guys who fight under the His Excellency name, the Turkish His Excellency Turkish Azik, whatever his name is, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough to be in college football in NIL investing. It is. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just as if a rich, prominent booster in the state of Alabama that's an Alabama football fan gives a bunch of money to Kalen DeBoer and the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's the same thing if a Miami super fan gives a bunch of money to to Mario Cristobal and the Miami Hurricanes. If Turkish Al-Azik, His Excellency, or the Saudi PIF decides they want to give a ton of money to Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes, I don't see anything wrong with it. The internet had a ton of fun with it, but it is a talking point that the ever-changing landscape of college athletics. Because now that this story is out here, there's going to be someone else that's going to reach out to the Saudi Arabia PIF and try to get some of that money. It may even be Prime again. It may even be Colorado. Now, that's not to say they're going to invest in everybody. If I cover Louisville, if Jeff Brom and the Louisville Cardinals reached out to the Saudi PIF, they probably don't do it. Who are you? But if somebody like a Deion Sanders that they can attach themselves to, a superstar name like that, a well-known, millions of followers, millions of fans around the world like him, yeah, I'm sure they were really, really willing and ready to open up the pocketbooks, open up the wallets to give to Colorado to be a part of that. It's not going to be the same for everybody. And it seems like Colorado, whether it was Prime, Rick George, or whoever, kind of got cold feet, and that's what pissed off Trevor. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. This was an interesting story to see kind of go down. and to see the way it kind of played out with Trevor ultimately given his resignation because he didn't like the way Colorado was moving. Interesting. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe, and the notification bell because I upload all the time. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. That is on Instagram and X at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you next time. Peace.